Hello, welcome to Luteria, and this is the first episode in our power and motion aspect of the game, where we're going to be focusing on setting up some basic create farms. So today I want to set up a couple of farms. One of those, of course, we got to start out with a cobble generator, which probably going to set up over there. Then we'll have a little crop farm as well that focuses on wheat and some of the farmers' delight crops. And then, of course, right there over at our mine entrance, we'll have some ore production. Mainly, we'll have an iron farm. The only thing that I do need to get to the point where I can build all of these is I need, 1, more iron. 2, I also need power. And sure, we could set up a bunch of water wheels to fix this for us, but I could also just kind of bite the bullet and hop on over to the Nether, get ourselves some blaze burners, and try and focus on a small steam engine before I start on farm design. So, we have everything I need for a trip to the Nether, I think. I've got diamond pickaxes, so I can pick up... Oh, I'm sorry. So I can pick up some obsidian somewhere. I don't know if I have obsidian. I have 1. Do I have flint and steel? I do. It's good. And then we will grab some cobblestone with us. We'll take some cobblestone just so we can just kind of navigate through the old Nether. I feel like using the portal that's over here is good to get started. Then eventually we'll move it, I guess. But I need I need what? Oh, I think I can complete this if I just use one of the corner pieces. Okay, let's do that. And then I might as well just grab some netherrack from here. Maybe some of these single pieces. And I only need 5. And then we should be able to craft those into blaze burners. There we go. And off we go into the Nether. Wish me luck. Ooh, I do not like this. Okay, let's get clear first. Make sure we're not gonna die. We are covered, which is nice. But I feel like nether deltas are kind of annoying to get out of. Or basalt deltas, I should say. I don't want anything getting me killed when I'm over here. And now I just need to figure my way out. I feel like going back might be the easiest way. Because this is all netherrack, I hope. Although it looks like it's mostly basalt. You know what, I'll do this. I'll keep going with the tunnel, and then, you know, let's make it 3 tall, just so we can run and jump. The thing is, I don't know how low or how high I am. Oh. Well, that's not good. I feel like going up is the best option now, I think. Where are we? Going up is not the correct option. I feel like we want to go over there. Now, how to get out of here. Also, I probably should have packed a golden helmet. Now that I think about it. Do we have anything on the map that it says fortress? Bastion, but fortress, no. Okay, I'm gonna go back home to get a golden helmet, because that's gonna make traveling to the Nether a lot safer. And then we'll get back over here. Okay, let's go and take a look if we could find a fortress. And while we do that, I'm gonna pick up some nether ore or quartz ores and some glowstone as well. Oh, we have a fortress up here. How? That's actually pretty close. I just have to go that way. Somehow. We're just here for 5 blazes. So Anything else I'm not picking up? Although we could do with some ender pearls. Yeah, sir. Thank you. And then we just kind of take care of them, you know. Now, just for safety reasons, 1 and 2. That way, if we get gotten by anything else, ooh, smithing templates. Just gonna do that. I don't have ranged weapons, which is a kind of a problem, if you think about it. Just making some safety rails for ourselves. Oh, that's one though. We need to get that one. That's one. So I could run, try not to get got, avoid his moves, catch. Plan 2 is either to break through here, catch him that way, or wait until he's not in view. Kind of do it this way. Oh, no. Gotta be careful. I got him though. Ooh, I don't like that. So I say we book it, we try and catch 2, and then just we don't stop moving. Okay. That was expected. Oh, and we're out. That's all I need for the blaze spawner. I mean, technically I do need all of these, but I need 4 for the engine and then 1 for just general purpose machinery. Right? This is a way out though. It's good. Now, I do need to make my way back. And then I know I came from here somewhere. Yes. Careful. Make sure we get back in one piece. And there we go. Ready to set up a steam engine. First things first is we need a bit of a tank like that for a small lava farm. I'm gonna go with the cauldron design because that is the easiest one to do. Early game, that is. And let's get rid of this tree as well. 8 of these in place. Now I just need to get 8 pieces of lava on top of there, which shouldn't be too hard. And then it's just a matter of going to the Nether like twice, I think. Depending on the amount of buckets I have. Okay, I made extra buckets. We are doing this in one trip to the Nether. That is that. So now basically we can get this started and make sure that the lava flows into this tank. I hope. Yes. And now I get to build up a steam engine on this side. We're gonna put water underground because I don't want to have like a water pool next to a water pool. Let's put a couple of pumps because we'll want to have enough water in here. Let's do that. And we'll flip all of these around because these are going to be intake, and then we're going to power all of these with one cog right there. And then we'll do boop, boop, like that. We'll have you guys sit up there. If I want this to line up, I'll have to do 4 pipes over here because we do have the mod that allows us to pipe lava directly into our blaze burners, which we're going to put on top. Then we'll do that 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4. I think that's like the minimum to get a decent amount of power. And then attached to that, we'll do 4 of these with 4 shafts on it. And then we'll extend these by 1, mostly because I want to connect them both up to each other. So let me get on top of here. There we go. 1, 2, and then we'll do a little belt connecting them. Now we need to get this water into this tank. So we'll do a temporary tank. This will just be a little buffer for water so that we never run out. And then I think I can just simply do that and that, assuring that we get enough water in here. Now we are going to have to power these, for which we can use you, like that, a cog on top of here, and that fixes that together. And you know what, we might as well put our access point to our power over here as well. So then we can connect to any building that we want from here. That kind of looks like I'm going for a diesel generator kind of look. And for now, this isn't too bad. I kind of like it. Right there. And then I just need to check, I think. I need to connect up this pump to there as well. Maybe we do this. I do need another rod in there then. Maybe we do something like that, and then we go very simply by doing... Do I have more shafts somewhere? There we go. Now we're slowly turning. We are getting water, which is good. Right, we'll let this back up real quick. And then I do need to connect up this tank over here with these burners over here. So we're going to leave a little space. And then I need to kind of think about the building that's going to go around here. I think we'll go over. I want to keep the footprint as small as possible, but we'll have to do something like that because we can't connect it to the tank itself. Sure, let's do that. And then of course you have to be pointing outward, and then I do have to connect up from there. Maybe we can use the fact that we do have another connection over there, and it just because it looks a little better. That. So we're doing that. Let's see if these start burning or not. They do. Question is this gonna ramp up in speed? We're not creating steam for some reason. We have water coming in, aren't? How does one make goggles? Maybe making goggles might be the fastest way to actually knowing what's going on. Goggles go over here. Let's take a look if this is actually working or not. We don't have water for some reason. Could try and hand crank it, see if it works. Okay. Come on, let's get it spinning. There we go. I think we got it. Now we just gotta make sure that this stays alive. We just don't want this to fall still, basically. We do have a backup of lava, which is nice. But that's mostly because we're not pumping it out. I'm gonna keep looking at this for a little bit, making sure that everything is fine, everything works fine. And that it doesn't kind of run dry almost. And then I'll be right back for the first farm. Good news is, this thing is still running. And I feel like this is a good time to start automating some stuff. Now, one of these things that I want to do is I want to automate some food. Because sooner than later, I'm going to run out of wheat. And, you know, I don't really like to starve. So I'm going to get a floor in here. I don't really want it to be square like that, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, right there. Good. That is gonna be our base of operations, I should say. And then from here on out, I feel like we use like this little, you know how it dips down? This is where we can put the actual farm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this quite a big circle because I wanna differentiate between certain things. So I've got 8 harvesters. Maybe we don't use all 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. Then we'll have this guy sitting in here. And because this doesn't have to go fast, I mean the rotational speed doesn't have to be that big, we can literally just put a water wheel underneath here. That way we're not using unnecessary power from our steam engine for things that don't really need it. And we're going to do this, and this will be clear in a second. Probably should bring that guy down. So this is where the water wheel will sit. This is where our bearing will be. And that, so those will connect up to each other. Let me get out of here. And then I just need to, figure out where that middle is, which is right here. Alright, I need to, aside from all of this, I need to figure out where I'm gonna put my controller, which I feel like here is a good idea. And then we'll put our drawers, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of, you know, hiding the staircase. And then this is why I made all the keys. We'll lock all of these. And then the only thing we really need to do is get rid of that. Dig this out. And we need to make it so that we're underneath here. So IO, there we go. Shoot, there we go. And then we grab some of this trim and we put it down underneath the floor. I do need another one for seeds, so we'll do that. So we'll do barrel. Maybe we make it look a bit better and make sure they're stacked up like that. Then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Glue all of this together like so. And then get rid of all of these. And now let's see if this works the way we want it to work. Of course, we will need a bucket of water. It's a bit on the fast end, but that's fine. Now we just need to actually plant anything, and we should be good to go. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. Of course, we'll need water. So my question is, can I hide another bucket of water somewhere up here? I assume I'm going to be able to. Also, I probably should go and grab some roots, some mangrove roots, just so we can waterlock them and we just don't fall in every time we walk over water. Okay, so this line basically definitely will be able to grow seeds, right? And that is wheat right there. Well, I'm gonna do an entire farm. Like I'll make an entire field eventually. Maybe we break up the field a little bit with the pathway, and then we'll have different patches for different vegetables. So I think I'll just time lapse a little building around this. It's not gonna be as big or as fancy as that one, but I will keep the same style as this one with the oak, spruce, and then the red roof on it. So yeah, I'll put some walls up. I'll fill out the farm, and I think by then we'll be sure if this works or not. as you can see in the time lapse, we have a house built up. The insides are still very much on like the bare or empty side. But overall, we have a nice assortment of vegetables growing. We've got wheat automated, and then we've got some tomatoes, some cabbages, and some onions growing. But that's farm number 1. Now I want to go over here, right, to the other side of the ravine. So I want to set up a cobblestone generator, and then of course we can turn all of that into sand and gravel and so on. If you give me a second, I'll grab everything I need after I take a nap, and then I'll get right back with you guys. Okay, so we have a cobblestone generator, which honestly already has a full barrel. We do want some upgrades on these before we finish up. But I was working on like a cooker to get stone. That way I don't have to store all the stone that we're mining. But I realized that we don't have brass yet, or we don't have a way to get brass yet. I need brass funnels so I can filter items. So what I'm going to do is grab everything I need to make brass. Just have it slant down a little bit so we can access that guy. Then I think we're good to go. The only thing I need is some zinc, some copper. So we throw in you, do that. While we do that, or while that's running, we need to make some, whatchamacallit, rose quartz. And then sandpaper, of course. And there we go. Might as well make another stack. That should do the trick as well. Okay, let's go there. This is going to be cobblestone. And then we need regular stone over here. Right? If we do that, that's going to take all of those. And then we just need some lava. 2 buckets of lava incoming. Alright, and we're cooking stone now, which is great. Now, we need to crush our cobblestone into gravel and sand, which we could do over here. We could also put those over here. Okay, so we need drawer controllers set up. Because we'll do that. We'll do something. Well, technically, we don't need a smart chute over here. So that's gonna result into sand right there. Then boom, 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 boom. We'll do that. We'll set up 3 more of these. This is gonna be our crushers for gravel. Let's figure out where that wall goes. We'll extend this across, of course. Synchronize input? Wait. Inputs, outputs, for split. There we go. Okay. I do need to figure out a way to get stone onto this belt. So if I do this, we can kind of hide this in our interior design, and then the moment I connect up to here, we should see cobblestone going over that belt. There we go. And we're going to start crushing gravel into sand and flint. Okay. And then we do need to add 2 more drawers. Okay. And that means we now have a farm that produces sand, gravel. Wait, does it produce sand? Oh, right. This is not working because that's going to only produce... We are going to need crushers. I am gonna need crafters to get somewhere, actually, just to keep going on that farm. So I'm gonna head over to the Nether, grab some quartz, and then get the crafters crafted. I'll get all of that done, and then I'll get back in here with you guys. We got wheels, but now we have to power those wheels. Which I feel like should be fairly easy to do. Now we need to connect those two up, which is... There we go. There we go, and then... That uses these guys. Set to 20. So it's an even split across the 3. And that should give us everything. That is sand, clay, and flint. I do need some upgrades on these. So let's see which upgrades I have available, or which items I have available to turn into upgrades. And then for this, I'm probably going to do 2, because cobblestone is something we need for all of these. And then gravel, I'm also going to do 2. Now, I need to do what I did over here and get at least a shell of a building around here. Like, we're not focusing on the outside too much. I just want to make it look good on site, right? If we're looking at this in a picture, then it would have to look nice. But the actual, like, decoration of it will happen on stream or something. Alright, as you saw, we have a nice little building. It's very crude. It's very similar to that one where it lacks a lot of detail. But overall, this is good. I like it. Very functional, very crude machinery, but we are making blocks, which is great. We can use all of those blocks, mainly the gravel that we're making, to make an iron farm. Before we get working on the iron farm, I have good news. 1, we have a dog now. If you have a name for the dog, let me know in the comments below, because he's a good boy and he deserves a name. That's the good news. The bad news is I seem to have lost Bob. Bob is gone. He used to come up here a lot. So he's not here. I've done the staircase 3 times already. So Bob is gone. Yeah, R.I.P. Bob. But welcome, unnamed dog. Okay, I have a basic setup right here. I didn't want to show you because you've probably seen people build this hundreds of times. For those who didn't, we're basically dropping gravel over here on the belts and washing it with fans. We still need to turn them on, but these fans are going to be blowing. We're going to filter on iron nuggets and on flint, which I do need to add over here. So flint, iron nuggets, and that is going to make sure that we can either compact stuff or just, you know, store flint. The only thing that I need to do now is bring over all the items, plus I need power. I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and we're going to just bring that over here and power it, and then also use that for item transportation. I have everything I need except for gauges, but I don't think gauges are that easy to obtain. So let me set up our network first. I'm going to do 1 guy over here. I'm going to call this quarry. I could do that and then set you like that. We're going to call you mine. Right, and then this goes all the way over here. Okay, so we have power over here now, which should be as easy as just, hopefully, do this, and then connect here. Okay, never mind. There we go. There we go. So technically this should now work. Like, we should be getting iron. I do need filters. Are we washing? Looks like we're washing. Oh, that's not good. Like, I don't mind it, but somehow, I don't know, it kind of bunches up at the end that way. And I don't know how to feel about that. So I'll leave it running for now. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll redo the back end over here. But I'll leave it running. And I'll see if I can get a small building around this before we start doing other stuff. You know what? Scrap building the building first. I want to build one more farm because I'm gonna show you something. Let me show you something real quick. I've been making tool after tool after tool, and even these are like almost done. And then also my armor is breaking, and I feel like I need enchantments on them. The problem is getting levels reliably, pretty hard, pretty time consuming. So what I might do is set up one more farm today over here where we're gonna take some spawners that are around this world and we're gonna turn it into a simple yet effective experience farm. Okay, let's go and hunt down a couple of spawners. I know a few. I know a couple. I don't know if I want to do spiders though, because those require a lot of space and a lot of like mechanics to work. So I would prefer if it were skeleton spawners, because at least they can use the bones for... Hello? At least they can use the bones for useful stuff. So, spider farm is a very big possibility. So we're just gonna do this. Boom. Get my rail down. Part assembler. Lock rotation. There we go. And then we pick everything up. And that's spider right there. So there's a cool trick that you can do if you want to kind of get faster at this, because dungeons are very rare, or at least they're not easy to find, at least. So what you can do is pull up your map, and then you kind of see these rectangular rooms. And so if you can see over there, there's another one. So now we just have to make our way down there. Okay, let's see if we can find one that's close by. There's one over there, which is that direction. So we can just dig towards it. So this one's a zombie one, which I don't really want to do. Then again, it is experience, so we might as well. If I could get 4 spawners, of which 2 are zombie and 2 are skeleton, that'd be fine, but I want at least 2 skeleton spawners. So I'm on my way home with my last 2 spawners, and I was thinking where are you? I saw you from over there. Bob 2.0. Yes, please. Bob version 2.0. Where is he? He's already gone. Oh, there you go. And now I need to dig a little hole because I need to build a spawner room for the spawners. So the clip where I built the farm and like showed you how it works got corrupted. I'm in editing mode right now, so technically this episode has already been recorded, but I'm gonna run you through how the farm works before I show you the rest of the episode, because I don't know, it'll make more sense. Basically, this is our killing chamber. We have 2 setups. We have a setup for deployers with swords that are gonna be attacking the mobs. Because they give more experience. because these are counted as player kills. Now, if we want to get through a lot of mobs quickly, we can turn on the crushers to, I don't know, get rid of them efficiently. That also happens when the swords break eventually. So if the deployers stop working, the crushers will kick in to gear and they will start crushing mobs. This is basically your standard experience farm. It's just a mob farm, but instead of having lava kill or a player kill the mobs, we're using create. I think that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And I'm gonna send it back to past eggs to get on to the rest of the episode. We have our little nook. I'll put a tower around it so that it kind of works into the building. But I want to make this work when I stand on a pressure plate. So I am going to decide that this is going to be the block that we're going to be standing on. But before we do anything over here, we're going to have to invert the signal. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be where the pressure plate goes. We are going to invert that signal using a torch. Right? Never mind. Can't do that. And then we're going to put our redstone link right there. We can put the receiving end on here. We do that. Boom. Boom. So it's not going to be on by default. And then the moment we stand on that pressure plate, that is going to work. So I just need to wait until we get more experience out of this. How are we doing on enchantments? Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and grab a villager. I'll stuck him somewhere over here, put him in a cubby, and see if I can get mending that way. Steven, you gotta come with me, Steven. Thank you. Let's go and find you a new home. Okay, Steven, come here. Let's see if Steven wants to work. Come on, Steven. You want to work? Knock back. Not my favorite. We have a mending guy. He's a bit expensive, mostly because I did give him a little love tap a minute ago, but I'm gonna store him down here for now, so he doesn't get annihilated by mobs. I'm gonna put him in here, right? Just so he doesn't get you know, unalived. Put a torch in there. Before I start building, I have 30 levels, so we might as well get ourselves a first enchantment and see if this does anything good for us. Oh, wait, that's really good. I like that. That's a really good pickaxe. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, no, that's good. I'm gonna start building, I guess, and I'll see you all after I'm done. Okay, so we have a couple of buildings. They're pretty rough, and not all of them are, well, they're not finished at all, basically. They're pretty rough around the edges. There's not a lot of texture in there. It's pretty much the same as over there, where it's like almost just a shell. But it's mostly because I'm almost out of, like, I'm out of zinc. My iron has been backing up, which is nice, but it's not a lot. Over here, this actually works surprisingly well. You got a good amount of liquid XP. The only thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to set up a system where we can copy enchanted books. The ideal situation would be right over here, then press over here, plump there, like that. And now the only thing we need to do is power it. And now it's just a couple of shafts going here. It's just one should be fine, right? Because then I can just copy it over. I put it in here, right? And then we go, let's see. Hey, that's good. I like it. Let's see what we get for... So we already have you. You're good. Let's see what we get for the rest of our tools or armor. We're a couple of hours later, and I have a proper set of tools, and I've got pretty much every enchantment that I want on these armor pieces as well. Now I have noticed, and you might have as well, that our steam engine, every time we unload it, kind of just stops working. And I'm gonna check my chunk boundaries real quick. Oh, that's hitboxes. Should be the chi. Is everything that we need in one chunk. I mean, the only thing that we really need to keep alive is this. That's doable. I would have to make a respawn anchor, but then again, we could also just make one of these and hopefully kind of just use only one. So let's see, can I make a respawn anchor easily? No. I mean, I have some crying obsidian over here, but I need 6, which I don't have. Could go and look for it. Do we have any more? We have one more over here that we can go and check out. What else? Any more? And then one more over here. So let's go and take a look at those, see if they have enough crying obsidian for us to make a respawn anchor. So if I can get 2 for each portal that we visit, that's enough. That's all we need. Crying obsidian? No. Golden apple though. These are the last 2 I need. And now we're good to go. I'm gonna grab that last block of gold. A person without a gold farm needs to get its gold somewhere. Okay, let's see if we can make ourselves a big boy chunk loader. I think this, then that. Then I move you here. First try? Question mark? First try. Yay! In the best case scenario, I can get a ghast that's close to the ground, but it's not shooting at me. I hear one. Where is he? I hear a ghast. Chances are he's gonna find me earlier than I find him. Can I get him to come closer is the question. Can I get him? I need him to come closer. Come on. Lock in. He's going lower. Where is he? I'm doing dangerous things, by the way. Oh god. This is always the problem. If you have an elytra, this part is easy. But on foot, trying to go off of sound, but I'm not even hearing. Oh, I'm in a bastion. That's not good. Bastion's not something I want to deal with right now. I'm not even hearing ghasts, which is... This is the problem with Minecraft mobs. The moment you need them, they're not there. If I were to be bridging over a lava lake, they would be right there. Oh, okay. Soul Sand Valleys. Where are you? Oh. Oh, these are right. That's a thing. Oh, do not jump into it. Yay, I got him. Now we need to figure our way back in. These are cool. I like them. I've never seen these before. Now we need to make our way back. And with this, I hope this is not gonna overstress our system. And then once we get some more speed in, we'll upgrade the range of it. But with the fact that our steam engine is now power loaded, and that we have 4 farms functionally running, and most of all, with the fact that I am out of time, I'm gonna end this episode right here. We'll pick up in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed it enough to subscribe, like the video, and yeah, I'll see you all next episode. Bye!